I am surprised that Tesla isn't already building cars here. Don't waste electricity. Don't waste water. Yes, we have to take care of this planet.
Mr. Musk, you have been a proponent of renewable energy, and you have the expertise of decades. It's renewable energy expertise runs in your family. You are there, then your daughter, and then your son as well. So now you have collaborated with an Indian company, Servotech Power Systems. So what guidance are you going to bring to Indian markets?
Well, I hope I can bring guidance. I'm an electrical engineer. The field that these people work in, Servotech, is a field I know very well. Right. And it's the future. And that is making sure that we don't waste any more electricity and that we generate as much electricity in a green way as possible.
Right.
So this is the cutting edge of the future, yes.
When we talk about renewable energy, India also has its targets. India has its targets of net zero by 2070. And now you must be aware that India is also the 4th largest economy in the world. Yeah. So what unique challenges and what unique opportunities does India have to face in its journey towards achieving its targets?
Well, it's a very important question because the problems are much bigger than one can imagine. It's not as though it's going to be simple because at the moment, the amount of electricity needed and being generated in money terms in this part of the electrical spectrum that we're talking about is about 8 billion. Right. And already it's not easy to cope. But the projections are that within 5 years, it will be at least 10 times bigger than now. Right. So in terms of growing, it's not whether you want to grow, it's whether you have to grow, right. To make for the future. And then of course, with India being, having moved up to the position of being one of the 4 biggest, one of the 4 big economies in the world. Right. I mean, India is a serious player, a very serious player. And the brains are here, everything is here to make a future for India quite different from the past.
Right.
Very much a big player in the world.
You have done great work when it comes to electric vehicles as well, when it comes to solar energy as well. When we talk about Indian markets, Indian entrepreneurs still needs guidance. If you were to ask a policy maker what unique thing they can do for the Indian market and Indian players especially, what advice would you like to give them?
Well, I think that's not necessary anymore. The people have stepped forward in India. They do see what's necessary. The IQ level is here to be able to do all that. I don't think the need is so much anymore from outside influences. It's quite obvious what has to be done. So no, I think what is important is an enlightened government.
Right.
And at the moment, I do believe you have an enlightened government, and government can hinder or make these things easier. And sometimes we've had governments that have just made things worse. Right. But you've got a good government here now.
But when we talk about largest economies, when we talk about the United States, probably one thing Indian markets or Indian players should learn from big economies and big markets, EV markets or renewable markets. What one thing probably we should learn?
Well, I would say things change faster than you expect.
Mr. Musk, what according to you is the biggest sustainability challenge or climate challenge the world is facing right now? Maybe one practice that people are doing wrong and you want to teach them right.
The world's in quite a good state at the moment. There's not too much to be concerned about. But obviously food production comes to mind. But, we have areas of the world that have used to be great food producers in Africa, which are now no longer producing food. So that is an issue, of course. But I think the very reason I'm here, and that is generating and storing and charging of electricity for the future world that we all expect. I think probably that's one of the biggest challenges facing humanity. Storing electricity, building larger data centers. The amount of electricity being used in these places has grown not 10 tenfold, it's grown 20-fold
Right.
in the last 5 years. And it's expected to grow, they say, tenfold in the next 5 years, but I probably imagine it's going to be more than that.
Right.
So keeping up with all this is a very big task for the governments and also for the people.
Right.
But many new job opportunities.
When we talk about future, you just mentioned the word. So Tesla is also in the talks for coming into India, right?
Yes.
So what guidance have you given to Tesla and the team Tesla when it comes to India? Probably they have to study Indian market, because Indian market is very much different from other Asian and other world markets as well.
I am surprised that Tesla isn't already building cars here. But I do know from other things I had to deal with regarding India that it's made up of 32 different states, each with its own chief minister, operating independently of each other, more or less. So I can understand that it's not as simple as one might think. It's a whole world
Right.
on its own, you know, and making deals or coming to agreements with one state is not going to ensure that you're going to have the same agreements with all the other states. So it's a tricky business, but I'm sure they'll find a solution. And you really do need to have a large manufacturer like Tesla building cars in this country, and certainly would be to Tesla's advantage.
My quick last question, one green practice that you practice every day to make this planet greener.
Well, don't waste electricity. Don't waste water. No, I think we've all become aware of the scarcity of things.
Right.
And I've been in Dubai recently where the water minister told me they only have 3 months' supply of water at any one time. So we're starting to see populations grow to the point that sustainability becomes an issue, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, there's no planet B as well.
Yes, we have to take care of this planet.
Right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much,
Okay.
Mr. Musk. Thank you.